BMW has a problem. They've built 4 different flagship cars, and they all claim to be the absolute best. One is a track monster designed to tear up the asphalt, one is a rolling palace of pure comfort, one is a stylish grand tourer, and the newest one, the BMW 9, is trying to change the rules of the game forever. But which one is actually right for you? Today we're ending the debate once and for all. Performance versus luxury. 6, 7, 8, or 9. Which one actually deserves your hard-earned money? To understand where we are going, we have to understand where we've been. BMW's history is rooted in being the ultimate driving machine. But as the world changes, so does the definition of what a flagship should be. Let's start with the drivers, the enthusiasts who actually enjoy being behind the wheel and feeling the mechanical soul of a car. If that's you, then your eyes are likely fixed on the 6 and the 8. The 6 Series is the classic, sophisticated choice that often gets overlooked in the shadow of its bigger brothers. It's got that deep Gran Turismo heritage, built specifically for style and long-distance comfort. Think of it as the perfect companion for a cross-country road trip through Europe or the California coast where you want to look incredible, but you don't necessarily want to feel every single pebble on the road. It's elegant. It's surprisingly spacious for a coupe-style silhouette, and it has a presence that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It represents a time when driving was about the journey, not just the destination. When you sit inside a 6 Series, you notice the driver-centric cockpit. Everything is angled toward you. The leather is supple, the buttons have a satisfying weight, and the engine, usually a smooth, straight 6, purrs with a confidence that says, I can do this all day. But then, we move into a different realm entirely. With the 8 Series, this is what we call the alpha of the lineup. When BMW brought the 8 Series nameplate back, they weren't playing games. Specifically, when you look at the M8, we are talking about a level of performance that borders on the supercar category. This isn't just a fast car. It's a violent one in the best way possible. We're looking at 0 to 60 times that will physically pin you to your seat, leaving your stomach a few yards behind at the stoplight. This performance is paired with a suspension system so advanced and an all-wheel drive handling setup so sharp that the car feels like it's glued to the rails. You can take a corner at speeds that would make other luxury cars cringe, and the 8 Series just asks for more. If you want a vehicle that screams power every time your foot touches the gas pedal, the 8 is undoubtedly your winner. It has that low-slung, aggressive stance that makes it look like it's moving even when it's parked. But there's a trade-off. Is it too aggressive for a daily commute? Is it too focused on the track to be comfortable in stop-and-go traffic? For some, the stiff suspension and the roar of the exhaust might be a bit much after an hour in the car. That is where the shift toward luxury begins. If you would rather be driven than do the driving yourself, or if you simply value peace and quiet above all else, we move into the heavy hitters of the lineup. The BMW 7 Series has been the gold standard for executive transport for decades. It is, quite literally, a rolling office and a sanctuary from the outside world. When you step into a 7 Series, the noise of the city just vanishes. It's like stepping into a soundproof studio. The engineering that goes into the suspension is mind-boggling. It doesn't just absorb bumps, it predicts them using cameras to scan the road ahead and adjust the airbags in milliseconds. Between the massive 31-inch theater screen that drops, from the ceiling in the back, complete with 8K resolution and 5G connectivity, and the executive lounge seats that feel more like a 5-star hotel than a car, it's incredibly hard to beat. You can literally take a business meeting, watch a movie, or take a nap in total isolation while the world passes by outside. It's the choice of CEOs and world leaders for a reason. Except, BMW just decided that the 7 Series wasn't enough. They decided to raise the bar even higher to compete with the likes of Bentley and Maybach. Enter the BMW 9 Series. This isn't just a car. It's what I call a market breaker. This is the car that has been the subject of so many rumors and rendered concepts. And now that it's becoming a reality, it's stunning the world. We are seeing materials inside this cabin that you usually only find in a $500,000 bespoke vehicle. We're talking about hand-woven silk upholstery, forged carbon fiber accents that look like marble, and a level of acoustic insulation that makes the interior feel almost eerily silent, even at high speeds. The 9 Series is longer, wider, and more imposing than anything else in the fleet. It takes everything the 7 does well and turns the volume up to 11. It's built for the person who doesn't just want luxury, they want to own a piece of the future. The design language is different here too. It's more sculptural, with hidden door handles and lighting elements that look like jewelry. But look, performance and luxury don't mean much if the price tag and the ownership experience don't make sense in the real world. Let's look at the stats that actually matter for your wallet and your lifestyle. The 6 and 7 Series are your value entries here, relatively speaking. They offer an incredible amount of prestige and technology for the price, and they have a proven track record of reliability. However, when you make the jump to the 8 and 9, you aren't just paying for a badge. You are paying for levels of engineering and specialized materials that most people will never even see. You're paying for the carbon core chassis of the 8 Series that makes it light and rigid. You're paying for the handcrafted interior of the 9 Series that takes weeks to assemble. In terms of fuel economy or range, if you're looking at the fully electric i7 or the cutting-edge electric drivetrain of the 9, the 7 and 9 are surprisingly efficient for their massive size. They glide. They use regenerative braking and advanced aerodynamics to cut through the air. The 8 Series, on the other hand, is a thirsty beast. If you choose the high-performance V8 options, you'll be getting to know your local gas station manager very well. It's the price you pay for that glorious engine note and that raw, unadulterated speed. There's something visceral about a V8 engine that an electric motor can't replicate, and for many, that's worth every penny spent at the pump. Now let's talk about the technology, because this is where the gap between these cars really shows. The 6 Series has a great infotainment system, but it feels a generation behind when you sit in the 7 or the 9. The new flagships feature augmented reality navigation that projects arrows onto a live video feed of the road. They have gesture control, so you can change the volume just by waving your hand in the air. They even have AI-driven personal assistants that learn your routines, like turning on your heated seat when the temperature drops below a certain point or suggesting a detour when traffic is heavy. But there is one secret feature in the new 9 Series that almost nobody is talking about, and it's a game changer for high-profile owners. It's the new active privacy glass. With the touch of a button, the rear windows don't just tint, they become completely opaque from the outside while remaining crystal clear from the inside. It's like having a one-way mirror for your car. That level of privacy and detail is exactly why this car is stunning the entire automotive industry right now. As we look at these 4 icons, we have to ask, what does the future of Velocidad Hispana look like? Are we moving toward a world where speed is the only thing that matters? Or are we entering an era where the experience of being inside the car is more important than how fast it goes? The 6 Series shows us that style is timeless. The 8 Series proves that internal combustion still has a soul. The 7 Series reminds us that comfort is a necessity. And the 9 Series? It tells us that there are no limits to what a luxury car can be. So what is the final verdict for you? If you live for the thrill of the drive, the smell of leather mixed, with the scent of high-octane fuel and the sound of a roaring engine echoing off a canyon wall, get the 8 Series. It is the peak of BMW's performance heritage. If you want the ultimate executive office that can handle the daily grind in total peace, allowing you to arrive at your destination refreshed and ready to work, the 7 Series is still the king of the road. It's the smart, professional choice. But if you want to be the person who owns the most advanced, most exclusive, and most stunning car on the block, a car that makes people stop and stare every time you drive by, it is the 9 Series, hands down. It represents the pinnacle of what is possible when engineers are told to ignore the costs and just build the best car in the world. Which BMW would you put in your garage? Are you team performance or team luxury? Do you prefer the classic lines of the 6 or the futuristic tech of the 9? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be jumping in to respond to the best takes and hearing your stories about these incredible machines. Your feedback is what drives this channel forward. And if you want more deep dives into the cars that are actually breaking the market this year, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We have a lot more coming, from hands-on reviews to secret factory tours. Thanks for watching Velocidad Hispana, and I'll see you in the next one.